All right, Knicks Sixers game two. What a game this was. This one was a lot of fun. I felt bad because the Sixers really let this one slip through their fingertips, and a lot of plays that just came down to hustle at the end of the game. You'd never want to lose a game on hustle. If you go up and you contest it and they make a crazy one-footed shot fading away all the way into the crowd, then fine. But you can't let a team that's trying to beat you get like 3 or 4 offensive rebounds in the final possession of the game. You just can't allow that to happen. And then the thing with Nick Nurse was really weird, where he said he was trying to call a timeout and then they didn't give him the timeout. The first timeout they probably should have given to him, but he didn't even make a real effort to call that timeout. I've seen coaches like do backflips on the sideline so the referees would notice them. Nick Nurse, if you were trying to call a timeout in that situation, then call the timeout. He half-heartedly tried to see what was going to happen with the play and then called the timeout, and then when it didn't work out, he tried to almost kind of try to call a timeout again. If that was your plan from the beginning, then try to call a timeout. And then the second one, straight up, Maxey doesn't have the ball by the time Nick Nurse goes into the motion to call a timeout. He's already losing the ball at that point, so there was no way he was going to get that second timeout. First one was questionable. The second one, you guys didn't have possession, so sorry, not sorry. Then this shot by DiVincenzo. This is the dumbest, most cold-blooded shot I've seen. He doesn't really need to take this shot. The shot clocks are off. You get the ball back. You run it down. You get the final possession. And then you sort of work your way into something. Instead, he was just like, no, I'm going to let this thing fly. And imagine if he would have missed that and then the Knicks didn't get another offensive rebound. Oh boy. But again, this is the NBA that we're living in now. You sort of take shots when there's time on the clock. You take threes when you could take twos. I don't know. It is what it is. As it stands now, he did hit the shot. Knicks end up winning, and they have a stranglehold on this series. They go up 2-0. SportsCenter had an interesting fact on this. They said that the Sixers have not won any series after being down 2-0 at any point in their franchise history. And I think that trend continues here. I don't think they just drop all games in Philadelphia, but I do think the Knicks ultimately come out of this game or this series with the win. I'm hoping that it goes 7 because this has been incredibly fun through both of the first 2 games, on to Philadelphia and on to game 3. All right, Lakers Nuggets, the game of the night. Seems like during these playoffs, they always save the best for last. So whatever the last game is on the slate, you might want to stay up to try to watch that one because that's usually the best one. In this game, the Lakers had a 20-point lead in the third quarter. They were 20-0 when they had 20-point leads prior to this game. But once they got into this game, the Nuggets throw all that stuff out of the window. The Nuggets don't care about any of that. They've broken all those historicals. The Nuggets have never done this. They've never done that. Anytime that sort of stat happens, I roll my eyes because it doesn't matter. It's all about whatever game is happening right then and there. And players say that, but I truly think the Nuggets believe it. And they've come to show and prove each time that it really doesn't matter what the historical stats say. What's happening tonight? Anyway, down the stretch, crazy sequences were happening back and forth. If you didn't see this game live, I highly encourage checking out the highlights wherever you can because this was an absolute dogfight towards the end. LeBron started complaining about the refs, but maybe don't blow a 20-point lead. I don't know. Just maybe. He did have a point about the D'Lo thing, though. D'Lo clearly gets hit in the face, and then they just go, nah, that's not a foul because he didn't hit him in the face hard enough. I don't understand that because the NBA has always been on this head and neck area type of thing where they're like, any contact to the head and neck area should be deemed excessive and it should be a flagrant. But, you know, a guy clearly gets smacked in the face. Albeit it wasn't like the end of the world. He didn't like punch him or anything, but still, he gets hit in the face. It's a foul. It should be a foul, but they didn't call that. Then LeBron had his own questionable three. I know he was wide open. There was nobody within a mile of him, but it just doesn't make sense from a basketball perspective. You can hold on to that for a little bit longer. You could even take a couple of dribbles in and then shoot it. In his defense, he was the reason that the Lakers were even still in this game. So once it comes down to that point of the game, LeBron has carte blanche. He could just take whatever shot he wants. I don't agree with it, but all the work that he did up until that point awarded him the right to take that shot. This game is indicative of the fact that the Lakers have no chance. Murray was like 3 for 20 or something crazy like that, and then everything just sort of came together for the Nuggets. If you can hold Murray to like 3 for 20 and the Nuggets are still in it, what chance do you truly have? I think the Lakers are done, especially from a morality standpoint. You go up 20, everything is going in your favor. It's a game that was very winnable at the end, and all the wind went out of their sails. Jokic, I don't want to say it was quiet, but he quietly had a 20-20 triple-double. It's not that it was quiet. It's just with everything else going on, it kind of got lost in the mix, and Jokic is so good that you kind of overlook it sometimes. I was watching this game, and I didn't even realize he had that many rebounds at the end. Super fun, entertaining game to watch. My goodness, these playoffs have been crazy so far. Anyway, that's just my thoughts on this game. What do you guys think? Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you feel so inclined, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Don't call it. Tie ball game, worst can happen, we go to overtime. Murray makes a move. Denzel